Hey guys, welcome back to the React Native course. In this video, we are going to talk about how to make API with the JSON server. Okay, so let's suppose what is JSON server. So JSON server is a package or library which helps us to build REST API with the less than 30 second without no code. Okay, so let's understand what is the importance of JSON server. The importance of JSON server is that like you can build your own APIs without any coding. Okay, so the question come up that like why we have to build your own APIs, why we can't use the third party APIs. The reason is that when you perform some certain tasks like delete method or put method, the API doesn't work because that is third party API. Okay, that's why we are going to use JSON server. We are going to build your own APIs with the JSON server. Is there any other way to build the APIs? Yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can build your APIs using the Node.js, Express, Python, Django, and PHP, Laravel, and many more others way you can build your server. Okay, so a lot of people like I also use JSON server for my learning purposes. So let's suppose you want to building a some you want to try to build something, or you want to learn the basics of API like how to make CRUD using the any API. That's why we use JSON server. Okay, so it's too simple to build your own APIs and get ready for testing purpose. Okay, so that's why we are gonna use the JSON server. So first what we're gonna do, so this is in the simpler term, like people usually ask what is the need of JSON server. So JSON server is a way to build RESTful APIs. You can build your own server, you can build your own RESTful APIs for the testing purposes. Okay, it is, you don't have to learn any backend technology right now. You can build your own APIs in just 30 seconds, and then you can test it out. Okay, so first what we're gonna do to install to make API with the JSON server, first we have to install JSON server library. Now after that we're gonna create a db file, and we're gonna test that API with the Postman. Okay, you guys know what is API. So API, in the on the API we store some data and that return the data. Okay, so let's see. So first what we have to do, let me open my browser quickly. First what we have to do, we have to type JSON server. Okay, once you open JSON server you will get this package page. So you have to open this package page, you have to copy this. Okay, so this is the JSON server package page, library page. You have to just copy this code, open your terminal. Okay, and while pasting it, that you have to install it globally, npm i -g. Whenever we type -g, it will install that package as a globally, and I will hit enter. So it will took some time regarding to your internet, and it will download in some time. Okay, now after installing the JSON server, you can see that uses create a gb.json or gb.json5 file, and you have to write a JSON code like this. Okay, so you can see that they are created the endpoint for post, and inside the post we have id, title, and year, and we have a comments endpoint as well. So you can see that it's the package is installed. Now after installing that, we have to check that JSON server is installed or not. To check that, we have to type JSON server. When we hit that JSON server dash that version, so it will return the version if it's installed, otherwise you will might get error. Okay, now after installing that, what you have to do, you have to go any directory, whatever path you want to do, you can go. But currently I'm going to create a folder on the desktop, name is a server, name is a server, whatever you want to give you can give, that's up to you, not a big deal. Now you have to open this folder in the VS Code. You can see that I just open in VS Code. Now after that you have to create a new file, and the file name is will be db.json. So you can see that. Now after creating a file name, let's create some endpoint. So you have to do like this, and I'm going to define as a users endpoint, and it's gonna be an array of objects, and we're gonna have a name key. Name will be 0 degree coder. Okay, now after that let's run this. Okay, to run this db.json, you have to go on this package page, and there's one command, npx JSON Server db.json. You can run this command. If I run this quickly, so what is gonna happen? You're gonna see that press Ctrl C to stop. To stop this, you have to press just Ctrl C, and after that we have http localhost 3000. So I'm just copying this URL, and let me open this URL in the browser. So what is looks like? So you can see that on the browsers we have opened to the JSON server. We have a documents and response. If I click on documents, so it will navigate to the GitHub page, and if I click on /users, so I get that data 0° coder. Okay, let's add some more data for now. So I'm going to add a as well ID. So ID will be 1. Okay, I forget to add a comma. So now after that, let's create a second object. The second object will be my name is Alishan. So let me type my name, and you guys don't know my name, so let me type my name is Alishan. ID will be 2, and if I reload this, so you get it. Okay, now as we have created the users endpoint, let me create another endpoint called posts. Okay, and we're gonna have a ID as a 1, and my bad, whenever we have to type in a post JSON, we have to write in a string format the key. So let's add a title, my first post. Okay, now if I go back, so you can see that we have 2 endpoints come up, /users and /post, and you can see that my first post. Okay, now after that you can see that we are getting the data in a beautify format, right? If I just open this data in incognito, it's still in a basically, I'm using one extension called JSON Prettier extension, so it will just showing me the data in a prettify manner, JSON format. I'm using this extension, so that's why I'm getting the data in a more readable manner. Maybe you guys not getting so much readable manner. Now this is how we create a server. Let's wrap up this quickly what we had done. What is JSON Server? JSON Server is a package or library which help us to build REST APIs in less than 30 seconds. First, what we have to do, we have to copy this command and install the JSON Server as a globally. Now after installing that, we have to create one file called db.json file, and we're gonna have some endpoint /user/post, whatever you want to add, you can add it. Now after adding that, you have to run this server, we have to type npx JSON Server db.json. Now when you hit this, you will get this endpoint /user/post, and if I just open that, so you will get to this page, and your endpoint is ready, good to go. So yeah, you can build your APIs in less than 30 seconds as we had done REST APIs. Now after that, to test your APIs, okay, to test your APIs, we're gonna use Postman. So what is Postman? Postman is an API platform which help us to test our APIs and manage the API. So you have to click on this, and a lot of companies, I mean my company uses, and it's good to have a Postman for testing purposes, or you should know the Postman basically. Now after that, you have to install the Postman somehow. So I already installed the Postman, and after installing that, you have to open the Postman app. So I just click on that. Okay, so when we open this, you have to do login. So I've already logged into the Postman. Okay, now after login that, let me close this, don't save. You have to click on, so first you have to do login, all the things. I think just login, nothing else. If you have created already account, so you can log in, otherwise you can sign up. Now after that, you have to click on new. So I just click on new HTTP request, and what you have to do, you have to copy this, you have to go back. Okay, now you have to click on /users, you have to copy this article, copy this URL, paste to the Postman, and click on the get request, and click on send. So you will get the data whatever you had added to that API, and you have built your first on APIs and tested with the Postman. This is Damn cool, man. Okay, now what else? So yeah, so this is all about, like, building your own JSON server, uh, and testing the database API with the Postman. Why we are building JSON server? JSON server is a full place server, which help us to, for a learning purpose, to have all CRUD control. Like, we can do create, we can add document, we can update it, we can delete it, and it works well. And that's why a lot of, front end engineers, like, if you guys know front end, front end engineers usually use JSON server to, for a testing purpose or for learning purpose. That's why we are using it. So in the next video, what we're gonna do, we're gonna uh, do a CRUD in a Postman. We're gonna test our JSON server API, all the endpoint, create, read, update, and delete in a Postman. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.